On coaches here. If you have a question, raise your hand and I'll bring you into the room. Steph Bondi.
The sequence at the end of the third quarter, what happened there? Was that just a loss of concentration from RJ? And how big was that play in terms of momentum?
We're up 88-81 with a minute to go in the third. So, obviously, we didn't close the quarter the way we would have liked. And against a team like that, you got to play for 48 minutes. 1 minute, that game changed.
Steve Popper.
Hey, Tom, can you explain to us any of what seemed to be happening there in the fourth with Taj and Chris and Julius and you?
It's just a physical game. Guys get tangled up. It's part of the game.
Mark Berman.
Yeah, it just seemed that there was some tempers flaring. It looked like Chris and you were chatting a little bit. Also, what about, this is the first time you really faced a pretty big crowd. What do you think of the atmosphere?
Obviously it's good to see, the fans back in the buildings. It appears like it's starting to pick up, so it's always great to have that. And they're a terrific team. So, they have something to cheer about. And, it was a very competitive game until the fourth. So, but it was great to have fans back.
Mike Workenoff.
Tom, it seemed like an issue was the corner threes that they were able to generate. Why was that breakdown kind of just happening over and over for you guys tonight defensively?
Well, and again, it's, when you have a guy like Booker who is going to put enormous pressure on you, got to decide, what you're going to do. And anytime you put two on the ball, it's, you have to take care of the player and then the paint and then react out and cover the line. And, I want to get a look at them, and we probably could have closed a little bit harder than we did. But, I want to see that. And the same thing with Chris. Chris Paul is going to put a lot of pressure on you with the pick and roll. So, you have to give him a lot of attention as well. So, our defense, obviously, I thought for 3 quarters was pretty good. And, the fourth quarter, second half, wasn't as good as we would have liked. And, you can make a case that they're as good as anyone in the West. So we felt that we would have to play well for 48 minutes to win. And for 3 quarters, I thought we were pretty good.
Steph Bondi.
Did you understand why Chris Paul was going? It seemed like he was trying to talk to you after the Taj incident. Do you understand?
All part of the agreement. It's not, no big deal.
Mark Berman.
I don't know if we'll see you tomorrow, but this trip doesn't get that much easier with the Los Angeles games. How do you, view these two coming up?
I'm not worried about both of them. I'm just worried about the next one. So, I like these games for our team. I think it shows us where we are and the things we have to work on. And that old saying about iron sharpens iron. And so hopefully we can improve, and it'll help us down the road.
Last question, Steve Popper.
Hey, Tom, some of the guys had talked after the Denver game about wanting to throw a first punch today and getting out quickly. And I think you guys were down 21-8, I think 4 turnovers in the first 3 minutes, and came back from it. But what do you see in there at the beginning of these last 2 games maybe that's not right for you guys?
Well, you got to make shots, but I thought the first half was terrific. They're an excellent team. Obviously, they're a great team at home. They're a great team on the road. And I thought, we came back, finished the quarter strong, had a strong second quarter, and then played pretty well in the third all the way up to the last minute.